Hello, my Mahjong class friends. Welcome to the weekly clinic. In this clinic, we're reviewing the basics, tips, and strategies all about Mahjong as we play on ilovemahj. In this tutorial, we're discussing and learning all about building the hands line by line, category by category, specifically the Quints section. We've been working our way across the card. I'm so glad you're here. Type in the comments any questions you have, and I'll be sure to answer. Type in the comments any topics of interest you would like me to discuss. And as we play on ilovemahj, please comment any things you would have done different, or if you have learned something as I play. I love hearing from you. Before we get started, please subscribe, hit the like button for the content you enjoy, share the video with friends and family, comment. As I mentioned, I love engaging with you all about Mahjong. Consider giving a thanks of appreciation by clicking the thanks button, and please email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com. It means the world to me that you show up each week and watch the YouTube videos. I'm so thankful for you and being a part of the Mahjong Class Channel. Thank you again for all your love and support. We've been generous enough to receive a discount code MAJClass for these wonderful websites for your Mahjong shopping experience. Please scan the QR codes if you're interested in shopping for Mahjong accessories. A quick review of them. Oh My Mahjong has dozens of mats to dress up your table to assist you in the core Mahjong rules. They have beautiful layered tiles with multiple colors that you can choose from. Pick your favorite. They have storage items, accessories, and entertainment items. It's a modern version of the classic game of Mahjong. Check out their 2025 ornaments for the holidays, as well as their mats. The Charleston Mahjong Club offers colorful, whimsical tiles with their leather mats and accessories to make every game night unforgettable. Their sets are grouped by club editions. They have the Yacht Club, the Ski Club, the Cocktail Club, the Hunt Club, and the Country Club. The Country Club's one of my favorites. It has golf clubs for BAMs, pickleball, tennis balls for dots, and super cute golf carts for jokers. I'm excited to also include Hip Hip Mahjong. They offer special occasion American Mahjong collection celebration tiles. They're quite fun for all your celebrations, whether it's everyday Mahjong or you're wishing to celebrate for each of the holidays, such as 4th of July, Christmas, or Hanukkah, even your birthday, which I got the mat the other day, so look for that soon to celebrate my birthday in November. I'm excited to use my birthday mat. Check out Hip Hip Mahjong for your special occasions and holidays. And we also have Bespoke Mahjong. It has amazing automatic tables if you're up for that for your home, if you have the Mahjong room space. They have storage items, accessories, jewelries, mats, and tiles. The tiles and mats go from butterflies and cranes, leopards and dragons, beach to chalets, and pickleball mingled with Mahjong. Check out this fun, colorful site for your shopping needs. Be sure to use the code MAJClass, that's MAHJCLASS, to get 10% off. You can also scan the QR codes to go directly to the sites. Happy shopping. Enjoy your Mahjong games. Now let's get on with our topic and learn and grow as Mahjong players. As I mentioned, each week we're building the hands line by line, category by category. This week is Quints. I have 6 build the hand exercises. Completing the build a hand exercises is a good way to become a good Mahjong player and will improve your game dramatically. By building the hands, your brain recognizes the hands, and as you organize your tiles, your brain will remember the options that you built. The number one tip I can give you is to learn those 9 categories, meaning the headings, and be able to memorize them just like you would your vocab words. And then during the Charleston, what you need to collect for each of the categories and the category you've chosen, regardless of suit. Check out the videos below in the description on how to do that. And as you collect towards the category, your brain will be working from the deal to the Charleston and the gameplay for a winning hand. Building the hand helps it sink into your brain based on the visual activity, using your senses of sight, touch, and hearing by reading out loud those parentheses and as you build. Let's grab our set and build with me. Don't forget you can pause the video. There are so many options than what's physically printed on the card. There are only 71 hands on the card, but when you're building the Quints section, there are 3 printed hands that can be made in over 100 plus ways. So remember, those 71 hands on the card can be made into 1,000 ways by switching the suits and the numbers. There are so many options. Get to learning the card with me and grab your set. If you don't have a set, maybe you can play online and go to ilovemahj and they have build the hand. Once you've done building the hands, you can play on ilovemahj or play in your real game, and you become a better defensive player and become a good mahjong player. Let's get learning all about the Quints section.
We're building the hands line by line, category by category. Looking at the Quints section in this video, there are just 3 hands listed of the 71 hands on the card. Grab your Mahjong set and your 2025 National Mah Jongg League card, and let's set up the tiles in number order and suit so it's easy to grab. Let's get started with line number 1, building the hand as is, our first exercise. We need 2 flowers. We need 3 1-bams, 4 2 cracks, a quint of 3 dots. Now remember, when you make a quint, we only have 4 of everything, so you need a minimum of 1 joker. And don't forget, hug your jokers between the sets so everybody knows where they belong. This hand is line number 1, built as is, bams, cracks, dots in 3 suits. Now looking at the hand, it's built as is. We're going to switch it up in a variation, meaning changing suits. Let's go with exercise number 2. Build a hand with different suits. We have bams, cracks, dots. Let's switch out the beginning to represent cracks. We need 3 1 cracks. A pung. If you have cracks here, you cannot have cracks here. You have to have all 3 suits represented. So we can change this out to reflect the 2 bams. And we need a kong. So we have cracks, bams, dots reflected. We can build this in additional hands. Let's change out the ones to represent dots. We need 3 1 dots. We can keep the bams. These 3s can no longer be dots because they can't match the 1s. So they need to be changed into a different suit. Let's use the cracks. And we need a quint, so we need 5. We have to have 1 joker for this hand. We're going to change it again. We'll leave our crack suit and change the beginning to reflect with bams. If we have the 1 bams, we cannot have the 2 bams. We will have the 2 dots. and we need a Kong. And we can keep the 3 cracks. That is our third suit for our quint. Change at the front and make it with cracks. We need 3 1 cracks. We can keep these 2s and change at the back and use BAMs. We're keeping the joker because we need a quint. We have all 3 suits represented, cracks, dots, BAMs. Flowers have not changed. We need 2 flowers in every hand. Let's build it our final way by changing out the beginning to reflect dots. We need a pung of 1 dots. If we have 1 dots here, we cannot have dots here. We need to have cracks. A Kong of 2 cracks, which is 4. Ending with our quint of 3 BAMs, which is 5. We built this hand in 6 different ways with changing the suits. Exercise number 2. Let's move on to exercise 3, switching up the variations. If you read the parentheses, it says any 3 consecutive numbers. We built it as is, which is 1, 2, 3. Now let's build this hand using the numbers 2, 3, 4. We're removing the 1s and we'll start with the 2 cracks. We need a pung of 2 cracks. We're still following the pattern where it's a pung, so we no longer need that 2 crack. Then we need a Kong of 3 BAMs because it's consecutive numbers, so we have 2, 3. And then our final suit will be dots, and we need a quint of the next consecutive number, which is 4. And a quint is 5 of a kind, and so we need to use 1 joker because we only have 4 of each. We're building this hand with the numbers 2, 3, 4. We started with the cracks. Now let's build it, continuing with the cracks, but let's change out the 3 BAMs. If we change these out and we made them dots, the number 3, we can't have the same suit in 4 dots. We have to change it. And the suit we would use, we have cracks, dots, we would use BAMs. And we need a quint. You can continue this hand and make it with changing the 2s to a different suit by using the 2 dots. If we begin with a pung of 2 dots, we cannot have a Kong of 3 dots. We have to use the unused suit. We have dots and BAMs, we would use cracks. And because it is consecutive numbers, we have the numbers 2, we're missing the number 3, and we need a Kong of 3 cracks. And then we have our quint of 4 BAMs. Remember, consecutive. If we have the 2 dots, we can change out the 3 BAMs. If we're using, we cannot use, we must use the unused suit, dots, BAMs, we're missing cracks, then we have to figure out which number. It's consecutive, so we're using the number 2, 3, we need 4. Then we have to figure out how many do we need. According to the card, they want you to use a quint. We only have 4 fours in cracks, so we have to use a joker to make our quint. This is a good mahjong. Changing out the front grouping, instead of dots, let's use bams. We're staying with the number 2. We need a pung of 2 bams. Because we have 2s here, we cannot have the suit of bams here. We must remove them. We have bams and cracks. The missing suit is dots. And the missing number in sequential order of consecutive run, we have 2, 3, 4. We need a Kong of 3 dots. The 4 quint can stay. Let's make this hand one more time in switching out the 3 dots. Let's use cracks. If we're using 3 cracks, we need to change the 4s. They cannot be cracks. Remember, you have to have all 3 suits represented. We're missing dots, so let's make them with 4 dots. Now, I know this can get a little confusing as to what suits to use. I can share a printed list, if you'd like, of all the hands printed out. So email me, and what I'm doing as I'm making this, I'm checking them off and making sure I make each of the hands with the different suits. Email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com. So now we made it with the numbers 2, 3, 4. The next grouping you should make is 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do it once here, but I'm not going to go through all the 6 different ways to make it for time constraint of the video. So let's build it with 3, 4, 5, starting with bams. We need a pung of 3 bams. We're going in consecutive, so the next after 3 would not be 3. We would need the number 4 in cracks, and we need a Kong. If we have 3, 4 in bams, cracks, the following grouping would need to be dots, and it would sequential order. We have 3, 4, we would need the number 5. And according to the card, they want you to have a quint. We only have 4 5s, so we're going to add a joker to make our quint. This is line number 1 in quints, using consecutive numbers other than what's printed on the card. Let's talk about where to use jokers. Remember, we can change suits around here. It doesn't have to be bams, cracks, dots. It does have to be all 3 suits, and whatever number you're using, it does have to be ascending consecutive. We're going to exercise number 4 about where we can use jokers. We cannot use jokers in the pair. We can use up to 3 jokers in the pung. We can use up to 4 jokers for the Kong. And we have to use 1 joker in the quint, but we could have made the quint with 5 jokers if we had them. Exercise number 5, we've been doing swapping out original numbers if allowed, and we're swapping out the numbers consecutive. You can build this exercise 6 different ways using these numbers, meaning 6 different ways in suits using the same numbers. The next grouping of numbers would be 4, 5, 6. Then you can do 5, 6, 7. And then you can do 6, 7, 8. The sequence of building with different suits, you would build it bams, cracks, dots for number 1. Number 2, you would build it bams, dots, cracks. Number 3, cracks, bams, dots. Number 4, cracks, dots, bams. Number 5, dots, cracks, bams. Number 6, and your final way to build dots, bams, cracks. Let's build the final grouping 7, 8, 9. Two flowers, a punk of 7s in bams, a Kong of 8s in cracks, and finally we need our quint. And we did 7, 8, 9. Our final suit is dots. There's your 14 tiles for a good mahjong. Now again, we'll change this around. We built this bams, cracks, dots. Let's make this with bams, dots, and then cracks. Pause the video and see if you could make it that way. Bams, dots, cracks. Did you make it correct? Does it look like my hand? Bams, dots, cracks, sequential numbers of 7, 8, 9 in ascending order. Good for you. The next grouping should be made cracks, bams, dots with the numbers 7, 8, 9. That's cracks, bams, dots. This is our third way of making the hand by changing the suits. Cracks, bams, dots. 7, 8, 9. Our next grouping will stay with the 7 cracks. Let's change out the 8 bams and make them 8 dots. If we have the 8 dots, we have to have 3 suits represented. We can't have the 9 dots. We need to change these out to represent 9 bams. A quint of 9 bams with 1 joker. 7, 8, 9. We have 2 more ways to make this. Let's change out our 7 cracks to represent 7 dots. A pung of 7 dots. If we have 7 dots, we can't have 8 dots. We need to have the unused suits. If we have dots and bams, we need cracks. So we need the 8 cracks, a Kong of them. With our quint of 9 bams. That's 14 tiles for a good mahjong. Keeping the 7 dots, we can change out the 8 cracks to be 8 bams. With the 8 bams, we cannot have the 9s being bams. We have to choose the unused suit, which would be cracks. And they're looking for a quint. Staying in consecutive run of numbers 7, 8, 9, pung, kong, quint. This hand, line number 1, not only is shown as is, but can be made in 42 different ways using the numbers 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. 7 is the highest number you could start with because we have to have 3 numbers. You can make this hand using 7 different sequential numbers and 6 different ways using different suits. completing 42 different ways to make line number 1 in Quint. Let's try rebuilding this hand, exercise number 6. Put your card away, take down the tiles, put them down on the table, and mix them all up. And put the tiles up. Remember, you're always going to have sequential numbers in ascending order. Put the jokers to the right. Put all your suits together with numbers. Flowers in the beginning. Now you have to remember that you're playing a quint hand. This hand, looking at it, isn't quite as difficult. The only quint is the ending, because we've practiced it so many times. We know the joker belongs at the end. These are like any other hand on the card. You have pungs and kongs. What makes this hand special is the quint. You have to have a minimum of 1 joker to play this hand. You can't use jokers in the pair, up to 3 jokers in the pung, up to 4 jokers in the kong, and up to 5 jokers in the quint. Now that we built the hands in 6 different exercises for line number 1, let's move on to line number 2 in quints. We're going to build line number 2 as is on the card. Let's start building line number 2. The parentheses reads any one suit. It's all in one color. The wind of norths in the middle is not a suit. It's suit neutral, so it always will be printed in blue. The 1s and 2s are in the same suit. Let's build the hand starting with the dot suit. We need a quint of 1 dots. We only have 4, so we need a joker, at a minimum 1 joker. Then we need 4 norths. Since we're using the number 1, the parentheses say it's any 2 consecutive numbers. So the 1s, the consecutive number would be the 2, and because it's in the same color, it has to be the same suit. So we have to use the number 2 in dots, and we need a quint, so we need another joker. This hand needs a minimum of 2 jokers in order to build. Using the same numbers, we're going to build the hand exercise number 3, switching with different numbers. We're going to stay with the same suit this time. We're kind of changing it up just to make it easier. So I have the numbers 1, 2. I can change this and start building this hand with the numbers 2, 3. I need a quint of 3s, so I need 1 joker. I can continue to build this hand with the numbers 3, 4 in dots, 4, 5 in dots, 5, 6 in dots. We'll stop and make it with 6, 7. I need a kong of 7 dots using a joker. And then I need the next consecutive number, which would be 8 dot. And I need a quint, so I need 1 joker. What's great about this hand is they don't have to be norths. If you read the parentheses, so switching up the variation, the parentheses says any 2 consecutive numbers with any winds. So instead of using norths, we could have used 4 eats, 4 wests, or even 4 souths. It says any wind. You have to use all the same wind, but any wind, a Kong. Let's talk about in this hand, exercise number 4, where would be jokers be allowed? In the first grouping, we have a quint of 7 dots. A quint is made up of 5. You can use up to 5 jokers to represent your quint. That's a good day in Mahjong if you have 5 jokers. If you needed to use jokers with your wind, whether you're using north, east, west, or south, it has to be all the same. You can use up to 4 jokers in your winds. And the final grouping of 8 dots, you could use up to 5 jokers for the quint of 8 dots. Let's do the final exercise with rebuilding the hand. Exercise number 6. This time I'm going to build it with wests. Let's scramble the tiles. And rebuild the hand. Jokers to the right because we're not sure of their placements. I'm going to put the winds to the right. Consecutive numbers together. And now you have to recall that we're playing a quint hand. And because we build this in so many different ways, we're revisiting 7, 8. We know it has to be split with a Kong of each, so add a joker to each. And you put the wind in the center, and this time we use west, and we need a Kong. So we have a quint, a Kong, a quint. This is a good hand for Mahjong. Continue making this hand, as I've mentioned, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8, 9. 8, 9 would be the highest number you could start with, would be the number 8. You can make this hand using north, east, west, and south in the middle. You can make this hand with west or any wind in 3 different ways. We have it with dots. Let's make it with cracks. So we're doing exercise number 2 where we're changing the suit. And we need a Kong of 7 cracks with a joker to make a quint. Following in consecutive run order, we need 8 cracks with a joker. A Kong with a joker would make a quint in order for this hand to be valid. We can make this one more way, changing the suit, keeping the numbers, and we're going to make it in BAMs. So we had dots, cracks, now let's make it in BAMs. A Kong of 7 BAMs with a joker to make a quint. Because we have BAMs here, this must be BAMs, and it must be the consecutive number, 7, 8. So we need the 8 BAMs. We need all 4 8 BAMs with a joker to make a Kong. This hand, per suit, you can make it 12 different ways with different numbers. And then by changing the suit, you can make it additional 3 ways, and then changing the wind in the middle, you can make this hand 96 ways. The hand is printed on the card as just one that can be made over 96 different ways. Please remember you can continue to change out the wind here. It doesn't have to be west. You could use north, east, or south. So this one hand can be made 4 different ways, with additionally changing out the suits. And also you can change the numbers. Please give it a try, trying for the numbers 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. Changing the suits to dots, bams, cracks, changing the wind from north, east, west, south. Good luck in line number 2, preparing your 96 ways in building the hand. Let's move on to line number 3. In Quints, our final hand, and we'll discuss how to build it. We'll build the hand as is, exercise number 1. Let's build quint line number 3. We need just 2 flowers, the number 1 in bams. We need a quint. We only have 4, so we must add a joker. Then we need a pair of 1 cracks. We don't use jokers in pairs. And then we need a Kong of 1 dots. We only have 4, so we must add a joker. This is like a like numbers hand, just biggied, meaning you have to add jokers in order to do that. So if you had just 2 jokers, you can make this quint hand. And this quint hand is valued at 45 points versus playing any like numbers hand being only 25 to 30 points. This would be a great opportunity to wow yourself and your opponents by playing a quint hand. This any like numbers hand with the number 1 can be made in 3 different ways. Here's our first way. We can swing it around and do the 1 dots as the pair, with the 1 cracks as the quint. We could build it one more time with the 1 bams as the pair and the dots as the quint. So that hand with the number 1 was made 3 different ways. You could make this hand with the numbers 1 through 9, making sure it's all 1 number, the same number, in 3 different suits. Dots, bams, cracks. The key here to making this exercise easier is start with I call it alphabetical order for the suits. So it's B, C, D. You start with the bams, cracks, dots. Let's do this with the number 2. B, you would start with your bams. So you have your pair of bams in the middle. Then you would need the 2 additional suits, which would be dots, and you would need them in your quint. You would need cracks for your quint. We made this hand with bams in the middle. Move on to the next alphabetical order, which is C. We need cracks in the middle. If we have cracks in the middle, we have dots, we need our bams for quints. We did bams, cracks, now let's do dots in the middle. We have our dots in the middle, we can't have our dots here. We have our bams, dots, we need cracks. And we need cracks, we need our 2 cracks. This is a good Mahjong hand, and we just made it 3 ways with the number 2. Let's build it with the number 3. Let's start it alphabetical. We need BAMs in the middle, and we're going to use the 3 BAMs. Then we need cracks, a quint, and dots. Quint with the number 3, all the same number. 3 suits represented. Let's do ABC order. We did BAMs in the middle. Let's do cracks. We have dots, cracks. We need BAMs at the end for quint. And it's the number 3. One more time. We did BAMs, cracks. Now we need dots. We have dots in the middle, and we already have our BAMs. We need cracks. You can get really efficient at building these hands, and we've just made it in 3 different variations using different suits for the number 3. Why don't you pause here, grab yourself a drink, or use the restroom, and while you were waiting for everyone to come back, do the number 4 yourself, doing BAMs, cracks, dots in the middle. And then we'll work on number 5. Now that we're back, we completed number 1, 2, 3, 4 on your own. Let's do number 5. Remember, we're doing it in ABC order with our pairs in the middle, starting with BAMs. The number 5. We need 2 flowers, our pair in the middle, and then the 2 additional suits, which is dots and cracks. And we need quint of them with the number 5. So we have to use a joker for our quint. Now we need dots, BAMs, cracks with a joker. We can make it another way. We used BAMs. Now let's go on to the letter C for cracks. We put cracks in the middle. These cannot be cracks. We have to have our quint of 5 BAMs. And finally change the middle, ABC, or in our case, BCD. This is cracks. Our final suit is dots. And the cracks will be our quint, having all 3 suits represented. Now let's go on to exercise number 4. Where can we use jokers? We already talked about this in many of the previous hands. We cannot use jokers in the pair. We can use up to 5. That's 5 jokers to represent our 5 cracks. We cannot use jokers for the 5 dots pair. We can use up to 5 jokers in the 5 BAMs. Remember, you'll always ask how many suits is the hand, and what number are you using, and how many of each. Quints, we must use always a minimum of 1 joker. And in your pairs, you cannot use jokers. In this hand, line number 3, you have to have a minimum of 2 jokers in order to play it. We cannot call for the pairs of 5 dots or the pair of flowers until it's your last tile for Mahjong. You may call for the quints and expose. Develop your mind and build all the hands. Get them stored in your brain so you don't shy away from any hand. Line number 3, you can build the 1 number in 3 different ways, and they're numbers 1 through 9. You can build that hand in 27 different ways. The category of quints has a total of 165 ways you can build the hand. On the 2025 National Mah Jongg League card, There are over 1,000 ways to build the 71 hands physically printed on the card. Continuing to build the hands. Give Quints a try. Continue to build from the numbers 6, 7, 8, 9 on the like numbers hand in Quints. Next week, we're going to cover consecutive run. Let's move on and play on ilovemahj and see if we can make a quint hand this evening. I'm so excited to try a quint.
So my final tips and notes. Please make sure you play. You can head on over to ilovemahj and use the code CB to get your 3-week trial. They have the exercise rooms that you can build your skills. You can practice with the bots or play with others. Make sure when you play in a game, either live or online, that you read your opponent's hands if they show them. It's not required to do so, but it's good to read the hands and know where they are playing, and it helps you to learn the new hands and ones you've built. You can also learn to switch hands and how to pivot in the Pivot Hand series if you go over to the channel and look up Changing Hands. My final notes. Please keep this in mind. Sometimes it's not winning, but personal achievement, about stretching yourself, playing out of your comfort zone. If you are 1 or 2 tiles away from winning when someone calls mahjong, that's a pretty good hand for yourself. I promise you'll get it next time, or if it becomes a wall game, that's a win for you. Sometimes you just don't get the tiles and luck's not on your side with jokers, even when it's the best mahjong player. Please consider coaching lessons with me to give you feedback with a keen eye and to focus on improving your game with confidence. Email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com. Let's go on and play on ilovemahj. Please consider becoming a channel member. Take your love of mahjong to the next level and join the Mahjong Class Channel. While my content is free, you can decide to support the channel by joining and becoming a channel member. There are 3 levels to choose from. Just click join on the home screen and you can read more about them. Thank you again for all those who have already become channel members. I appreciate all the support. You can also scan the QR code and go directly to join. While on the home page, you can also search the magnifying glass to look up a topic of interest, whether you're looking to gain the basics, get a tip or strategy. I'm sure you'll find it. And if you do not, please email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com and I'll be sure to create the video just for you. If you have a question, I'm sure many more do, and we'll fulfill it with a video. ilovemahj has been generous enough to give us the code CB for you to join and get a 3-week trial. Normally they only give you a 2-week trial. They've extended an extra week if you use the code CB at registration to get your 3 weeks. This is a great offer, and I think it's great to go on and practice on ilovemahj, getting ready for your in-person games. Here we go on ilovemahj. On ilovemahj, we're going to play Game Launch, Play with Bots, Official Game, and I like playing Advanced.
First Charleston.
We're going to sort by suit, and we're going to look for our pairs. We have no pairs. We do have some wins. We almost have news. News is only played in a couple of spots. It's in the Winds and Dragons category and also in 13579. But based on the tiles we have, let's do 13579 and get rid of all the evens. So we have 2, 4, and now we need one more. Maybe this 1, because it's so far away from 1 and 9. We pulled a red, 2 9s, and a 5. So now we have 5s and 9s. 5s and 9s are in the 13579 section, but we're going to now whittle it down and just play upper numbers. We pulled another red. Well, we have an 8. We can get rid of the 1. We get rid of this 9 and this 7. The reason why I kept the 8, in Winds and Dragons, there's 7, 8, 9 with dragons. We don't have any flowers though. It's okay, let's move on. 1, we got a south. So let's continue.
Second
We
Charleston.
don't want the 1 and the 3. Let's get rid of the 8. We don't want the 5, the 1, and we can keep the north. So we can switch our hand to have more with the dragons and the winds. But even if we play the dragons and the winds, we still only need news. We could get rid of the south. We have a 9, a 5, and a 3.
Courtesy pass.
And we got 4, a 5, and an 8 that we don't need. We're looking for the 7 dot and the 7 bam. No 7s. Well, we got the 7 dot. Prioritize your discard. So I'm kind of playing between two hands. I'm playing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line number 7, the second half, which would be 5, 7, the word news, and then 7, 9. We do have our pairs, which is the key, and we have news. We're just looking to build the 7s, which we only have 1 of. Then I'm looking at line number 4. We need 4 flowers we have none of. We have the news. We have some dragons. We have no idea what's going to happen during the game. Prioritize your discards. We know we don't need the 3 and the 8, so we're on to the game.
3 crack, soap. 9 crack.
We're not calling for
1
anything
bam.
at this point, so we can just move along. Love my joker.
8 crack, 4 dot. 7 crack, 5 dot. 2 dot. 9 crack.
The joker to the right. I think we're going to use some flowers. I think I'm going to end up
8
choosing
crack,
a flower
call,
hand, but
3
let's
dot.
see how it plays out.
4 crack. 7 crack. 8 bam. 1 bam. 5 crack. Red.
Okay, there's the first red. I don't have to call it. I only need a pung. I'm not going to do it yet. Oh, and now we got another 9, but we only need a pair, so I'm going to get rid of the 9.
9 dot. 4 crack. Red.
I think I'm going to play the news hand. There are 8 flowers, so you have more of a chance of picking a flower, and then you can use jokers. So let's call for the pung.
Call.
And start getting rid of these odd numbers.
9 dot. 5
so
crack.
I'm into a hand now.
3 crack. 8 bam.
And I always say only
7
call
crack.
when you must.
3 bam. 5 bam.
And that was a must. That was the last red.
4 bam.
Another
9
joker.
dot.
Happy to
9
see that.
bam. 2
Need some
crack.
flowers.
4 bam. 7 dot.
Keep the north.
6 dot.
I'm not sure that we'll ever use it.
1
but,
bam.
You know,
9
we don't
bam.
need those other tiles.
9
we did
dot.
too many 9 dots,
7
right? I
dot.
think we had them all.
1 dot. 7 dot. 5 bam. 9 bam.
There's
5
no
dot.
hand that uses like all the norths with the reds.
7 crack. 5
Oh,
bam.
we got a flower.
2 dot.
That's super.
3
Need
dot.
another joker or another
3
flower
bam.
would make this mama happy. Oh, look at all the wins we got. Okay, let's start
East.
getting rid of them.
South. 3 crack. Call. 2 crack.
Okay, 3 crack over there. Don't miss joker opportunities.
2 crack. South. 9 crack. 3 bam. 7 dot. Soap. 1 crack. 1 crack. 5 bam. 4 dot.
Taking
7 bam.
looking for either green dragon or flower, so we can
4
just keep
bam.
moving along.
7 bam.
We did get
6
a lot
dot.
of those 5, 7, 7, 9s. I don't know if that
2
would have been a
bam.
better decision, but I felt
7
like
bam.
we had the dragons. People don't play dragons.
1 crack. East. 2 crack. Soap.
Ah, look at all the wins we
West.
got.
9 crack.
It's okay.
1 crack. 5 dot.
3 bam. They might need that, but it's better to get rid of it now. There is a 3 bam out.
3 bam. 4 crack. 8 dot. Mah Jongg.
Oh boy. Congratulations to Amstead, he won. Oh my goodness, everybody was playing a flower hand. No wonder why we weren't getting them. So Amstead was playing line number 4 flowers, the grouping 2, 4, 6, 8, and then Kong, and then pungs of 8s and 8s. Remember, those 2s don't have to be 2s. They can be 4s, 6s, or 8s, but they do have to match in number. This is where I said look around the table. Kurt was playing consecutive run, line number 3, 4 flowers, so he needed some more. And then he had the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 3 different suits. Oh, he had her green jar again. Annie was playing 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 4, 4 flowers. It was the same hand as Amstead. She was playing 2, 4, 6, 8 and dots with 6s. That's a good example of that hand using the pungs in a different number. I was pretty happy with our hand. We were 3 tiles away from Mahjong, so maybe not the best, but I was happy to be working on it. Our green was over here and everybody had flowers. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was still 2 more that aren't out. So they were probably still remaining. Let's go on to the next game and try our hand at winning. Sort your tiles by suit. We have a pair of 6s. We have 3, 6. Maybe we could play 3, 6, 9, or just 6s. We have no other 6s though. Let's get rid of the 8, the 1, and the 4. Oh, now we're getting news again. They're gonna mess us all up. Let's get rid of the 7, the 2. Oh, we're getting wins. Maybe we'll just play a wins hand. A 1, a 3, and a 3. Let's continue.
Second Charleston.
We're going to keep the east. 4, 5, and 7. Oh, look at all the wins. 1, 7, and 1.
Courtesy pass.
We have 3 tiles. Let's do 1, 5, and 6.
1 crack.
And we're into the game now. So we have a lot of east and west. Probably going to play line number 1, but let's see how it goes.
4 crack. 1 dot. 9 dot.
Keep some
4 bam.
dragons, although the only dragon hand is the news.
1 dot. 2 dot.
Maybe we could play 2025. Maybe we should keep the 2. Let's focus on
6
that. There's
bam.
a 2025
4 crack.
hand, line number 7.
7 dot.
Pull that together.
8 crack. 1 dot. 2 crack.
We're not
5 bam.
anything, so that's why it goes pretty fast.
6
So we
bam.
just keep hitting ignore.
Call. 8 bam. Call. 6 crack.
Keep an eye out for joker exchanges.
4 bam.
Whittle
5
down
crack.
the tiles for ones maybe you
Joker
want,
swap. Green.
and ones you don't.
7 bam. 9 crack.
Somebody already
7
did the
crack.
joker exchange.
2 bam. 7 bam.
Grab your 6 bam, joker exchange. Click on the joker.
Joker
and
swap.
Swap it out.
Red. 7 crack. 2 bam. 9 bam.
Thinking of 2025, but we cannot keep both the 2 and the 5. Let's get rid of the 2.
2 bam. 7 crack. East.
We have to make a decision. We can play line number 1. We could do 4 east, 4 west with 3 souths and 3 norths. Let's do it. So let's call for the east for a Kong
Call.
and give up on the 2025.
Soap. 4 crack. 5 dot. 5 bam. 8 dot. 1 bam. 3 bam.
Now with 4 east, they might know what I'm playing. They know that I need west. They might think I'm playing line number 6.
1 crack. 3 dot. 3 bam. 4 bam. 5 crack. 8 dot.
We're
3
only looking
dot,
for wins, so we just
9
keep
dot,
moving along. There's
2
no
bam,
hesitation of what should I call that, shouldn't
4
I?
dot,
We're ready to
9
call
bam,
for everything,
4
so when
bam,
it pops up a wind, that is
south,
when we're going to call. So there's our south. We need 3 of them, so let's call.
call,
And we're 1 away from Mahjong.
5 crack, 1 crack,
Now they definitely know what hand
7
we're
bam,
playing,
3 bam,
so they probably won't throw a wind.
green, 9 bam, 3 crack, joker swap, red,
No more joker exchanges.
7 dot, 5 bam, 3 dot, west,
And there's our win. We need 3 norths, 4 easts, 4 wests, and 3 souths. That's Mahjong.
Mah Jongg.
Yay for us. Let's take a look at everybody else's hand. So we have Kurt, who's playing consecutive run line number 4, 3 flowers, a chow, or what we call a run, 5, 6, 7. Then change suits, consecutive 8, change suits, consecutive 9. You have to use all 3 suits. He was 1 away. He needed a 9 crack or a joker for that Kong. Annie was playing, oh, she's hung up on that 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. 4 flowers, 2, 4, 6, 8. She was missing the 4, a 6, and a 6 in pungs. Amsa was playing Winds and Dragons line number 2. He needed 2 flowers, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3. It could be any run. And then he had his dragons. He was quite a bit away. Ooh, he had Annie's 4s. On to the next game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. We have 8s. I see a lot of 8s. We have 7, 8, 9. Let's keep the upper numbers. Probably could get rid of that east also. South, 6, and east. 5. Let's see, sort. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. And what are we doing with these greens? You could play the concealed hand in consecutive run, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. Let's get rid of this 8 dot and one of the greens. Or we could play 7, 8, 9 with greens. I'm going to get rid of one of them. We still need flowers. Okay, let's continue.
Second Charleston.
1. Now we have 7, 8, 9 all in red. We need opposite dragon. I can get rid of this 7 and this 9. Southeast 2. I'm looking at line number 6 in consecutive run. 8, south 4. We didn't get any of the
Courtesy
dragon.
pass.
1, 9 east. We have 3 to pass in the courtesy.
Soap.
And we picked up a 5. We don't have any 6s, but we have 2 we're definitely going to get rid of.
Flower.
Let the hand
4
develop.
crack,
Keep
8
those
dot.
that maybe will
Soap.
work, probably not. But we just
South.
keep prioritizing. We know we don't want the east.
East. 1 bam. 5
Not
dot.
calling for anything.
South.
My hand hasn't developed yet, so you just keep moving
1
along.
dot. 7 crack. 2 dot.
Be mindful, 1, 7 just went out.
3 bam. South. South.
Looks like nobody's playing
West.
wins.
1 bam. East. 6
There's
dot.
another 9.
Call. 1 dot.
6s are up.
Flower. 8 dot. 6 bam. 1 crack. 2 crack.
There's no jokers to do a swap.
9 dot. Flower. East.
Flowers are going out.
Soap. 3
Use
dot.
some flowers
Flower.
ourselves.
North. Red.
There's a 7.
7 dot. North. 4
You're gonna
crack.
start getting rid of the BAMs.
1 bam. 2 dot. 1 dot. 7 dot. 1 bam.
There's a flower. Let's get rid of a BAM.
7 bam. Call. West.
Oh, good thing we got rid of that.
1 crack. 2 dot. 4 dot. North. 8 dot. West.
Probably should get rid of the
2
rest of the
crack.
bams.
4 dot. 9 bam. Mah Jongg.
Oh, I just gave him Mahjong. Oh, jeez. He played 3, 6, 9, which is what I thought we should play, but we never got any nines until towards the end. I just gave Annie Mahjong. Ah, oh well. We had a nice hand developing. We had our flower. I was thinking of playing 7, 8, 9 with opposite dragons. We never got any additional opposite dragons. We could have played 4 flowers, 7, 8, 9. We needed more nines. The hand was still developing. I wasn't quite ready yet. She won this pretty fast. She played Pung Kong in 3, 6, 9, line number 1. Kurt was playing consecutive run, line number 2, the Pung Kong hand, all in one suit with the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7. He was 2 away. Amster was playing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line number 3, a Kong of 1s, a Pung of 3s, a Kong of 5s with matching dragons. These were all garbage. A long way to go. On to our next game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit, we have a pair of 6s and 4s, which would work into 4, 6, 8. We can also play 3, 6, 9. We can get rid of the 5, the north, and we have to decide what we want to play. We play 2, 4, 6, 8, or 3, 6, 9. I'm going to get rid of this 9. A 5, a 7. Now we have an 8 that matches the 6s, which is great. So let's get rid of this 9. A 9, a 3, and now we have a new 6. We can get rid of this 3. We need a 2. We can continue.
Second
We
Charleston.
have 3 to pass, the dragons and the 5. The east, 3, and the 9. We picked up an 8. We got another 4 and a 2. I'm going to get rid of this 8. I like the 2, 4, 6, 8. I also like 2, 4, 6, 8 with 6s. Maybe we just pass 1, but I want to commit. I'm going to get rid of this 6. I can play 2, 4, 6, 8, or I think I like 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's get rid of this 8.
Courtesy pass.
We did not receive any. Let's do 3 to the courtesy pass.
7 dot.
And nothing. So I'm probably looking at line number 1, the second half.
South. Flower. Soap.
I do like that
5
quite a
crack.
bit.
3 bam.
So
2
we
bam.
need 3 2s, 4 4s, 3 6s, and 4 8s. So we wouldn't need this 6 because we're changing suits here.
5 crack. 9 bam.
Oh, there's our 2. So we're ready to call for everything. We're ready to call for our 2s to make a pung. We're ready to call for our 4s to make a kong. We're ready to call for our 6s to make a pung. And we're ready to call for our 8s to make a kong. This is very exciting. These are all garbage.
5 crack. 9 dot. Soap. 4 bam. 5 crack. East. West.
So we're looking for
6
cracks and
dot.
dots. There's our first 6. We can call to make our pung.
Call.
You don't
Green.
have to think about it. You
7
know you're
dot.
calling.
East.
That's where learning the
8
patterns
bam.
make it easy to remember what you need.
West. 2 dot. 7
Not happy
dot.
that I would have to put up all those
4
jokers.
crack.
So maybe, I just missed our 4s. Now we're going to move the joker over here. That's because I was talking.
1
Sorry
dot.
about that.
Red. 8 bam. 2
Kept the
bam.
flower to be able to do joker exchanges.
4 bam. 7 bam. 5 dot. Flower. Call. 9 bam.
So you need to put up 3 flowers, but no joker.
9 bam. 6 crack. North. North. West. 5 dot. 1 crack. South. 1 crack. 2 bam. 1 dot. Soap. 1 dot. 2 dot. North.
And somebody might need those 2 dots. Nobody calls for
South.
them.
1
You could
bam.
exchange with the other 2 dot.
2 dot. 9 crack. 1 crack. Soap. East. 5 dot. East. 2 dot. North. 4 dot. West.
And I am going super
9
fast
crack.
because I'm only looking for 2 and 8 right now.
4 bam. 2 bam. 7 bam. 4 dot. 3 crack. 3 crack. Flower. Flower.
He wants flowers. Guess we can get rid of
Flower.
them.
1 bam. 8 dot.
Okay, we can call for the 8. Then we need another joker. All right, we'll call for the Kong.
Call. 9 dot. Mah Jongg.
Ah, bummer. We just gave somebody Mah Jongg. Annie again. Boy, she's really hot today. So she played 1 3 5 7 9, line number 5, the 3 flowers, 1 3 5, a Kong of sevens with opposite suit, 9 dots. Nice Kong. It's a nice hand. Line number 5. Oh goodness, Kurt played our 3 6 9 that we were considering, and he was playing 3 6 9 in pairs. This is line number 5, and then a Kong of threes and a Kong of threes. He was missing the 3s because one was here. I don't know if any went out. Amstead was playing consecutive run line number 2, 5 6 7 9 in 2 different suits. I missed the opportunity for the 4 crack. It's a little bit of a bummer, but we never got the 2s anyway. And there's 1 2 over here that they were holding. And what was over here? Anything? Nope, nothing we needed. But that was a good game. Let's look at the leaderboard. Annie won 2, Amstead won 1, and I also won 1. But I'm in third because I threw twice to Annie, so I got deducted points for that. But I'm happy that I did win 1 game out of the 4. That's a good day. I always say if you could win 1 out of 4, that's great. If you get 2, that's even better, obviously. But I won 1, so I'm pretty happy. I thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll watch some of the other videos I suggested to learn the card better. And this is the key to becoming a good Mahjong player, is really knowing the ins and outs of the card. You don't have to memorize it, it's in front of you, but you really have to be very familiar with the layout of the card and what you need to collect. I will see you next Tuesday at 6:30 for a new video. Please send me your topics. I always love making new videos based on your interests. We'll continue our series by building category by category, line by line, and we'll do the consecutive run category. That'll take us some time. It'll probably be a 2-part series. Thank you for being here, and bummer we didn't have a quint. We didn't have a lot of jokers to be able to play a quint, but I hope you'll try quints after you've built them. Thank you. See you next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.